Welcome to this GiftWorks video. My name is Steve Faithful, and in this video, I'm going to show you one of the new features that we've added to GiftWorks 2011, which is the ability to add files to donors or file attachment. Let me start by signing into GiftWorks and going and looking up a donor. In GiftWorks, you've always had the ability to use notes and tasks to be able to help you better track your interactions and your communication with your donors. You've even been able to add pictures for your donors. But up to now, you weren't able to add other kinds of files like PDF documents or Excel spreadsheets or Word documents or even other pictures. But with GiftWorks 2011, you now can. And let me show you how. Once you install GiftWorks 2011 and you determine that you want to begin to add files to your donors, you're going to first start by clicking on the Settings button at the top. Then click on Database Files and Maintenance, and then click on Configure your GiftWorks file storage. The first thing we'll need to do is turn GiftWorks file storage on, and to do that I'm going to simply click this button and turn GiftWorks file storage on. And this is simply going to instruct GiftWorks that you're going to want to start storing files. What GiftWorks needs to do is to create a special location called a GiftWorks file storage folder to be able to store your files that you add to your donors. If I click on View Details, I'm going to see the location where it created it. And what GiftWorks is going to do is going to create this special folder in the same location that your GiftWorks database is located. So if I show you this folder here, you'll see that my GiftWorks database is here, and it created this special GiftWorks file storage folder here. Keep in mind that you don't want to change the name of this folder, or move it anywhere. Also, be aware that all the files are going to be stored in this location, so just be sure that this folder has enough storage capacity to be able to hold the files that you anticipate adding, or the kinds of files that you anticipate adding. Once I turn GiftWorks file storage on and it creates my GiftWorks file storage folder, I also have two other configuration options that I can set. The first one is the maximum number of files per donor. This is not setting the maximum number of files that you can store over all your donors, but rather for each donor, how many files can you store. For GiftWorks Standard, the maximum number that you can set this to is 5. If you choose to upgrade to GiftWorks Premium, that number can increase up to 200 files per donor. The next setting is the maximum file size per file. So for each file that you add to a donor, what's the maximum file size? And this is in units of megabytes. So right now I'm indicating that I can only add files that are up to 1 megabyte in size. You can set that for whatever you want to set it to, but just keep in mind that very large files can grow your GiftWorks file storage very big. And just be sure that you're anticipating what the storage requirements might be. So once I've turned on GiftWorks file storage and set my configuration options, the maximum number of files per donor and the maximum file size, I can then begin to add files to my donors. And to do that, we'll go back to our donor, Steve Faithful, and on the left-hand side, I now see an option that says Add a File. And so I'll click on that. The three things it's asking me to provide is, first of all, the file. In a moment, we'll browse out to find a file. The second thing is a title, and the third thing is a description. Now, the description is optional, but I need to provide a file and a title. Let me click on Browse, and we're going to go find an Excel file. You'll notice that the title defaults to the file name, which you can keep, or you can just go ahead and change that. And I can provide a description. And I'm going to click on Save once I've done that. Now once I click on Notes, Tasks, and Files, I'll see that this file has been added right alongside my notes and tasks. I can go ahead and repeat the process to add a picture. This is just the sunset in Lancaster, and cool sunset. I click on Save. You'll see I can add as many files as my configuration settings permit. And I'll see an options link at the end of each file that I can click on to see things that I can do with this. First, I can edit. This is not editing the file itself, but rather the details associated with the file, so the title and the description. The next thing I can do is open or view a copy of the file. Keep in mind that you're not opening the actual original copy, the original file, but rather a copy of the file. Once I click on this link, GiftWorks is also going to provide me a warning, just letting me know that it's going to launch a copy of the file with the application that's associated with it on my Windows computer. In this case, it's a picture, so I anticipate if I choose to proceed, it's going to open it up with my Windows Picture Viewer, which it does right here. Now for an Excel document, it's going to go ahead and it'll take a moment. It's going to open it up with Microsoft Excel. And just keep in mind that because GiftWorks allows you to add any kind of file to your donors, just be sure that as you go ahead and launch files, someone might have stored an executable file or something that can run on your machine versus just a document. So you just want to be aware of the files that you're opening. Keep in mind, again, just a reminder, if I make changes to this file and I go ahead and click Save, it will not save it to the GiftWorks file storage folder. It's only saving changes to a copy. If you wanted to save those changes back into here, you'd need to go ahead and re-add another file that contains the changes that you just made. The next thing I can do is to save a copy. So if I want to save a copy of this from the repository or from the GiftWorks folder, file storage folder, to my computer, I can go ahead and click on Save Copy, choose where I want to save it, and then go ahead and save it. And the last thing I can do is delete this file from my donor, and it will remove it from the GiftWorks file storage location. So once I add files to my donors, I can use the different options to control different things about these files. I may want to get access to these donors that have these files, and I may need to be able to do that through searching for donors that contain certain files or certain information about their files. There's a couple places within GiftWorks you can do that. The first one is by clicking on the Advanced Search in the lower left-hand corner. One of the ways that you can search now is by file title. If I enter in Sunset, I'm going to find any donors that contain files that have the word Sunset in the title. And we see that Steve has, in this case we see it right behind here, a Sunset in Lancaster. One thing I can also do is under Smart Lists, I can create a new Smart List of donors based on some of the file information. So whether it's the file date, the title, the description, or whether a donor has files or not, I'm going to go and just show me all donors that have files. And I see that Steve is the only one in GiftWorks right now that has a file. And I'm just going to say donors that have files. I'm going to click on Save. I see the Smart List. One of the things I can do as well is go to Reports and View Donor Reports. Another way of seeing that information is under Donor Summary Sheets. I'm just going to produce a summary sheet for donors that have files. And if you're familiar with the summary sheets, it's a one-page overview of all the information about a specific donor. In this case, you'll see that the notes and tasks and files are all included on this donor summary. So not only can you search for them in advanced search and using Smart Lists, but you can also produce the donor summary sheet reports that will allow you to see the information about your donor files. The last thing I want to show you is just a reminder under Database Files and Maintenance, under Manage Your GiftWorks Database, under Backing Up. I wanted to give you a reminder that as you back up this GiftWorks database, GiftWorks, if your GiftWorks file storage is turned on, GiftWorks will automatically include your file storage folder in your backup. So you don't need to do that as a separate backup. We always encourage you to make sure you're doing frequent backups of your GiftWorks database. And if you begin to add files to your donors, it's going to be as important, if not more important, to make sure that you do backups of your GiftWorks database. That will include not only your database, but also your GiftWorks file storage folder, which GiftWorks will handle all that for you. We just give you the reminder to make sure that you're doing those backups. So we hope GiftWorks, the ability to add files to your donors in GiftWorks is helpful. We hope that it allows you to not only better track your donors, but to build better relationships and increase your interactions with your donor and your communications with them. And we hope this feature is helpful as you continue to try and accomplish your mission. So thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and keep an eye out for other GiftWorks videos that show you some of the new features in GiftWorks 2011. So thanks for watching.